We're gonna have to take the glasses off. Hello. There's a baby shaking the tripod. This is what happens when you don't film at nap time. If you are new here, my son, I have one son. His name is Clifford. He just turned a year old, so officially I'm a year postpartum. It has been an entire year, well, plus more. I count my pregnancy journey, part of my motherhood journey too, but a year taking care of a child. A year. Is there something in your mouth? So I just wanted to make a video kind of recapping it all because I want to remember it, and also I've learned so much this year. I've grown so much this year. The craziest, most wonderful year of my life, and I just want to share what I've learned in a year of motherhood. Also, soon I'll be a mother of 2. Let's see, can you see this? Okay, so this year I've been doing a lot of journaling and just trying to document. Hi! And I've just been he just ate pizza, so he's got a messy face. You're so cute! Anyhow, so like I said, I've been journaling a lot, and I kind of wrote down all my thoughts on my first year of motherhood, what I've learned, advice, and just what it was like. I have it all written down in here. So first off, the first thing that was the vacuum. You all right? The first thing, patience. I'm just kidding. That's actually kind of one of them. But anyhow, first thing that I would arguably say is the most important thing that I've learned this year, and the most growth that I've had this year, would be trusting my instincts. But at first, you know, when my son is a newborn, it's so scary. I had a lot of anxiety during the newborn stage. I honestly did not really enjoy the newborn stage that much. I mean, I look back on it fondly, but I also look back on it and I remember how scared I was constantly. You know, they spit up and they choke on their spit up and they make horrible noises like they can't breathe, and you're worried they're not gonna wake up. For me, I was just scared a lot of the time and nervous. Mainly just the first few weeks, and that goes away. But anyhow, what I learned during that is I was not tuning into my instincts at all. I wasn't asking God to help grow my confidence as a mother and help me listen to my instincts. I mean, God gave mothers this gift for a reason. He created us. He grows the child inside of us. And we should trust Him that He's equipped us to be able to take care of our children and to raise them and know what they need. Now, like I was saying, during the newborn stages, I was not in tune with my instincts at all. I was just a nervous wreck. And finally, as I gained more confidence in motherhood and more confidence in my mothering abilities, slowed down and I listened to my instinct, and you know, that gut feeling, it's so important to trust that. I got a lot of great advice from my mom, my mother-in-law, and a lot of unsolicited advice, but anyhow, everybody loves to give advice to new moms. And you really, when you're scared, you ask for it in the beginning because you don't really know what you're doing. But what I learned is that people can give you all the advice in the world, but if you really just stop and slow down and listen to your baby and observe your baby and just take time to think about it, pray about it, and instead of immediately calling mom, immediately Googling, sometimes you just don't need Google. Sometimes you just need to slow down, breathe, figure out what's happening, because you know your baby best. Might not feel like it at first, but you learn and you grow and you know your baby best. And all the noise, all the advice and the Googling and the things online and on social media can really get in the way of your instincts. Once I started just listening and trusting myself as a mom and trusting that, you know, God created me to be a mother, mothering was so much less stressful. I had so much less anxiety about it, and it was just a lot more enjoyable. Okay, number 2. This one might be a little controversial. I've seen some creators that I follow on Instagram touch on this subject. I'm trying to think of who it was. I feel like it's Dear Sister on Instagram. If it is, I'll link the post. But basically, I'm gonna kind of go off on that onto my own thing on what I've learned about it, is mom guilt. Sometimes it's there for a reason. What I mean by that is, he looks so messy right now. I promise I washed my kid. He was still eating when I started the video, okay? That's why he looks like this. I have a kid. Anyhow, so I know that motherhood can be really hard, and there is a lot of, you know, people online who like to say, oh, don't feel guilty, you know, you're doing your best, you shouldn't feel guilty, don't have mom guilt, you know, you only have mom guilt if you care and if you're a good mom. If you have mom guilt, that means that you are a good mom. And I feel like that is just excusing laziness and excusing not being the best mothers that we can be. Because I found when I feel some type of mom guilt, it's usually because I was not being the best mom that I could be. Like, there's a reason why I was feeling guilty about the way that I was acting or being as a mother. And, you know, that guilt kind of kicks me in the butt and makes me realize I can be a better mom than this. You know, everybody makes mistakes and you learn from that. And I feel like mom guilt kind of gives you the kick in the butt you need to be a better mom. We should not normalize mom guilt, saying, oh, you feel mom guilt, that's okay, you're still a good mom. Like, no, why are you feeling that? And change it. So, my motherhood journey has really been just such an amazing blessing. I feel like it has changed me so much in the best ways. I remember almost immediately after becoming a mom, when he was born, feeling just so protective over him and just wanting to keep him safe and protect him. Like, I remember I didn't even want to do like an announcement picture on Facebook because I was like, I don't know, I don't really want anyone to see my baby. I don't know, it was probably the hormones, but anyhow, just to say that it really changed me as a person. I still do have a lot of people-pleasing tendencies, but before I was pregnant, before I went through the awful birth that I had to go through, I really didn't know how to advocate for myself, let alone being able to advocate for my baby, and that has changed. I have gained so much more confidence. I'm no longer that, I'm still kind of a people pleaser just because I hate confrontation, but I'm able to advocate for me. I'm able to advocate for my son and my family. And I don't know, I have more confidence when it comes to that aspect. And that is a huge growth in myself, because I used to be scared to question anything, to step out of line a little bit, whatever. I used to be scared to do that. And now I will do whatever it takes for my family, for my son. It's a huge way that motherhood has transformed me. Okay, kind of along the same lines. I think this is like number 5. I don't know. we stopped counting. Anyhow, along the same lines of it's made me more confident, no longer that much of a people pleaser. It's also gave me so much more patience. You need patience in motherhood. I don't always have it, but I have a heck of a more than I used to. I wish I could speak. I have a lot more than I used to. And some days I really don't. And those are the days where I'm really praying to the Lord to give me patience. And he always answers that prayer. But motherhood has also made me less lazy, less of a procrastinator, because it's amazing. Like, the things that I used to do before I had a baby would take me nearly all day long. And now it's like I can get it done in an hour while he's napping. it's made me so much more productive, although I still have those days where I'm extremely sleep deprived, and I do have those lazy days, and I try to fight that, and I pray. That's one of my goals this year, is to try to beat laziness. But anyhow, everybody still has those days, those less productive days. But when I do need to get things done, I can get things done quick, because with a baby, you really have to have good time management to be able to get things done. And probably the number one tip that I give to new moms is to really, really put an effort to have a relationship with the Lord, because I'm telling you, when I pray for patience, when I pray for productiveness, for just to be a loving mother to Him, the way the Lord answers that prayer, and it's just, we just have such a better day when I start my morning out praying. Oh, you need help? Say help, please, Mama. Praying and spending time in the Word really, really makes a difference for my whole day. I cannot be the mom that I want to be when I'm really far from the Lord. Children are just, they are a gift from God, and I don't think that there's enough positive talk about that. Now, lastly, what I've learned from being a mom for a year, and not only a mom for a year, but a mom in this generation, the generation of social media, of TikTok, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's so easy to, I mean, anybody knows it's so easy to compare yourself and to compare your life just as a person who has social media. But as for moms, there's also so many different opinions on what your baby should be eating, how your baby should eat, how you should be soothing your baby. There's just so many opinions, and it's easy to compare the way your baby acts, the way your baby sleeps, the way this mom mothers. And there's so many like schedules and tips online, and babies are so different. Every baby is so different. I have seen, like, you know, tips and tricks and schedules to follow throughout the day that I have tried to follow with my son, and it just doesn't work for him. Or something that I do doesn't work for somebody else. Do you need help? Because every baby is so different, and everyone's lifestyle is so different. You know, everybody is so different. Every parent is so different. So it's almost kind of like trial and error as a first-time mom. You have to try things. Sometimes they work for you and your baby, or sometimes it's a clear no, and that, you know, goes into following your instincts and trying something and learning. You learn so much about your baby, and it's so wonderful to just be so, it's just so wonderful to be so in tune with them that you know exactly what the face means that they're making. You know exactly what each little cry means, each little sound that they make. You know what they mean, and you know, you just know when something's off. You know when something's right. It's just again a wonderful gift from the Lord that we are able to be so close to our child like that and know their every need. And that is a huge responsibility, and it can be really overwhelming at times, but it is also so beautiful and wonderful. So anyhow, a year of motherhood, and it's a crazy experience because it goes so quick, but also, no, it just goes quick. Your baby grows so quick. Yeah, so motherhood is just so wonderful, so wonderfully difficult sometimes, but overall it's an amazing experience. Yeah, so stay tuned for what I learn as a second-time mom. Thanks for watching.